Hello, beautiful family. I don't know if you noticed, but I went ahead in honor of this beautiful March, went ahead and uncovered my beautiful falcon tattoo. Again, we are discussing all of the transits and the beautiful things that are going to take place in the month of March. So I am Fox Red Sky. I'm your astrologer, your soul coach. I'm located here in beautiful Costa Rica. And I am so excited, guys. This is going to be an incredible time, and just buckle up, y'all, guys. It's not as bad as you think, and it's way better than you could ever imagine. So we are discussing the transits that are happening in the sky this March 2023. So again, for us located here in Costa Rica, we're having this beautiful festival called Envision Fest, which I really feel like embody a lot of the transits that are going to be happening. So it's kind of like the micro and the macro, you know, even though this is a little thing that's going on. It's actually not very little. There's like 20,000 people, but in terms of the world, it's very small compared to what's going to be happening globally. So there are some major shifts about to happen for everybody. So let's just get really fast into it. Let's do this now. So the first thing I want to talk about is March 2nd. We're going to have Mercury entering Pisces. So we have all this very sensitive, in tune communication going on. These conversations that are going to be manifesting in your life, the thoughts that you're going to be happening are going to come from definitely a higher perspective. These are coming from spirit. This is your higher self talking to you. So just be aware, every interaction is a message from creators to you. So look at it that way. During that first week of March, there's going to be a lot of subliminal messages, synchronistic messages happening. And if you're in tune and if you're listening, you can really hear exactly what the universe is trying to tell you for your next steps in your life. The next transit I want to take a look at, and it's really important, y'all guys. I'm actually doing a whole video specifically on this transit, and I really talk because I got a lot of downloads from my intuition telling me what this transit really means for all of us. But Saturn is also entering Pisces. And now if we look at this is the way I see it. Saturn is the establishment. Saturn is the rule of law. And we have it entering Pisces. Pisces, which is very cerebral. Pisces, which is very connected to source and, you know, the Akashic records and all of this ancient spiritual knowledge that is just in our DNA. And what I see, and this is just a small little snippet of what I really feel is going to be happening, but what I see with Saturn entering Pisces, I see the establishment really looking at alternative medicine, different spiritual modalities as having validity, and maybe even having some scientific proof starting to back up what was considered pseudoscience, and really maybe even starting to acknowledge and integrate it into our society. Integration of the establishment, which does have its faults, and the beautiful qualities of Pisces and all the majesty that she brings with her. The next thing I would like to talk about, which I also have another video about, is the full moon that's also happening the same time that Saturn is entering Pisces. We're going to have a full moon in Virgo. And this is a beautiful full moon. Virgo is the servant. Virgo is trying to help our health. Again, look, there's these themes right here. Virgo is trying to do things that are, you know, systematic, but actually they're just trying to find the fastest route that's the least complicated. They're trying to simplify things for us. They're trying to find processes so that we can accomplish our goals instead of like taking 20 steps. Maybe we only have to take 3 steps, you know? So this full moon is gonna really be trying to culminate all the things that we've been doing for the last month and really understand the processes that we're going to need in order to bring it into fruition. This is also known as the worm moon, which, just a little fun fact, y'all guys, earthworms did not come over to North America because we had the last ice age had kind of killed them all. And then we had like the colonizers bringing their worms, the farmers. They thought, well, we need to till the land and we need these worms. And it was kind of an invasive species. But now it's known as the worm moon. Yes, and it's because the earthworms actually come out of the ground. Isn't that super cool? But us native folk, we would call it the sap moon, because usually this is when the trees would start to cultivate their sap. So interesting stuff, just little tidbits right there, you know. The next thing I want to talk about is on March 12th, we're going to be having Jupiter and Chiron conjunct. And for me, my spirit, you know, is really speaking to me and saying that this is a time for mass healing, that the consciousness, the collective consciousness of this planet is going to get an upgrade. We have to heal our wounded child. We're not just doing it for ourselves collectively, but we're doing it for the next 7 generations. And we are also healing the past. When we're healing the present, we heal the past and the future. And I don't know where you're going to have, you know, depending on your rising sign. So I know my rising sign is in Cancer. So Cancer, Jupiter right now is going through my 10th house. But wherever you're having Jupiter and Chiron coming into that house, you're going to get a lot of healing. And for me, it's in my 10th house, which I think is like, it's a little bit scary, but I also I want to embrace this healing, you know, to be able to heal yourself in front of the world. It's a very vulnerable thing to do, but it also allows other people to have the courage to do the same thing. So if Spirit is putting that in my cards for this upcoming March, you know, all I can say is aho, Creator, because, you know, I'm just here. We're only here for a short time, you know, and however I can add to the collective, whatever I can leave so that the next generation can prosper and, you know, have all the things, the tools that they need to be the best that they can possibly be, then aho, use me, Creator, use me. That's the way I see it. So Jupiter conjunct Chiron, March 12th. I think there's going to be a lot of healing going on. So I think that if you just roll with the punches and you just feel it, and it's going to come in waves. It's going to come in waves, but that's okay. That is okay. I'll probably end up doing a whole video just on that. So March 16th, we're also having Venus enter Taurus. And so for those of you who are seeking love or who are looking at that ways of communication, this is really going to communicate with your partner. This is all about comfort. And this is all about family. So maybe this is a time for you and your partner to just kind of veg and relax from the month. You know, it's already the middle of the month. Now's your time to just kind of, you know, take pleasure in those small little things, those small comforts of home, and just, you know, be there, just snuggle with your partner. So that's Venus in Taurus. So take advantage of that beautiful energy. You have Mercury entering Aries. And so a lot of times Mercury and Aries, they kind of don't think before they speak. And this is a good thing and a bad thing, you know. It just really depends on if people are ready to hear your message or not. Just there might be a little bit of arguments happening. Just, you know, kind of be conscientious of what you're saying to people. And is it coming from a place of ego or is it coming from a place of spirit? It's good to help people. It's good to give advice. It's even good to be a truth speaker. But you got to think really hard. It's am I doing this because it's helping that person, or am I doing this because I'm getting a little pleasure from this? So just a little thought, food for thought. March 20th, we have Aries entering in its sun sign, the very first. It's the baby of the zodiacs, but it's coming in and it's bringing with it all of that energy that we have been cultivating to really push us forward into our dreams and our manifestations, taking the reins, not just taking a back seat. We also have our first day of spring, and we also have our new moon, March 21st. So we're gonna have the sun in Aries and our moon in Aries. And so this is a beautiful time to launch our rockets of desire and really steam forward ahead. You know, there's nothing in the way. There's no roadblocks. So just keep doing, going forward. And as I always say, your dream is never too big. You know, dream as big and as bold as you possibly can. The next transit I'd like to talk about, which I'm doing a whole video about, and I know there's a lot of speculation regarding this transit, is on March 23rd, we have Pluto entering Aquarius. And this is a taste of what's to come, because Pluto is going to go ahead and retrograde back later on this year. But it's going to give us a taste of this Aquarius Pluto energy. And so let's talk a little bit about that. So Pluto is about transformation. This is about basically taking what no longer serves us, just taking the good bits, like the things that are like stagnant and stale and really not serving us individually or serving the collective. Then it's going to get rid of it. It's just going to say, okay, these processes are not working anymore. This is just too much lag. This is too much. So we're going to get a taste of that. Now, Aquarius, and that Aquarius vibe is, we're having all these new technologies that are just happening so freaking fast, faster than our brains and we can't even keep up with it. It's like such a head, tilt, like neck jerking tilt, that we're just like full steam ahead towards all of these technologies. And so what does that mean? Is this really healthy for the collective? Are all these AIs good or bad? Are some of them going to replace a lot of jobs? Is some of this cryptocurrency that's coming up, is the establishment going to try to regain control? Like, what's going to happen? So I really feel like this is a shifting and sifting for the good and the bad technologies, as well as what is really important in terms of having our humanity still intact while embracing all of these technologies. Are we losing something? When we gain something, we lose something. So it's just an important conversation to have. And it's really important to think about what is important to you. Are you spending too much time on your phone? Are you not having enough one-on-one contact? Do you feel too distracted by, do you need some time of silence? I think that one of the important things that we can do in the coming months is having breath, having these moments where we aren't on our phone, where you aren't just watching a screen. So this is just my spirit kind of interpreting these possible predictions in terms of the transits that are coming in. So just some food for thought, Last but not least, at the end of March, we have Mars entering Cancer. And so Cancer doesn't feel really good in this place, or Mars doesn't feel really good in this place. So this might be a time for you to slow down. If you've been like full steam ahead on all your projects and all of the things that you're trying to build and create, now is the time to take a little breather. Honor that energy, but also remember you could possibly get into some emotional battles with yourself as well as with the ones around you. So speak loving words, speak kind words, and just remember that a part of the process is the ebb and flow of energy. So yes, we want to be in high gear, but we can't live here. We can't live in 100 miles an hour. We got to kind of slow it down. And that Cancer Mars will help your plants and your pets. You got to take care of your people around you. And most importantly, you got to take care of you. So anyway, I hope that you've enjoyed my 2023 March transit astrological hootie majig. I am sending you all the love here from Costa Rica. And wherever you are in the world, I send you mass love. So aho, washte, wherever you are. Mwah.